Hey y'all, good morning. TGIF, honey. Ooh, TGIF. What am I doing here? Hey, True Black Cheetah. True Black Cheetah. Girl, you need to go over there and check the community wall. Check the members only wall. And let me know what you think about it. Hey, Cosmic Girl. My members, if you are a member on this channel, please check the community wall and let me know what you think about it. It's a good little kiki. Hey, Journey, how you doing? So, like I said, TGIF, y'all, TGIF. Will y'all please hit the like button, share the video if you care. You did True Black. Is that a good resemblance, True Black? Is that a good resemblance? I was like, honey. But True Black, I'm gonna start putting some start putting some more I'm gonna start putting some very interesting stuff on my members only wall, okay? Child. New Home 100. Well, as long as I never seen you before, but good morning. Uh, so y'all, look, y'all know I had to wake up and do my recaps this morning because I am not up in the wee hours of the morning, right? So, honey, I had to check out a couple of videos on this Friday. This is a very, very messy live we fixing to have, right? I hope you guys check out my video from yesterday. Because I had a really good conversation, in my opinion. Okay, True Black. That was a mess one. I was like, oh, no, really? But honey, that reminded me of that person. Okay, True Black. Child, I was running around talking about something. It's a mama, child. Okay, all right. But anyway, all right. So please hit the like button. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for joining me, honey. So of course. Oh, thank you, Cosmic Girl. Thank you. I don't want to forget. Thank you, because you know I will forget. Thank you, Cosmic Girl, for posting my title to my video. Mm-hmm. So look, y'all. Uh, of course, I had to go through over there at Lemons because it was a good little video last night from over at Lemons. I tried to read about through it. Um, and some little interesting events happened over there last night, right? So per the title of the video, YTC lost the lemon challenge. Hey, Grandma Love, how you doing? Now the reason, hey, Miss, oh, thank you, Miss Sandra, for becoming a new member. Miss Sandra, let me know what you think about that picture, girl. Let me know what you think about that picture. I said, damn, that's the exact match. Okay, child. But anyway, I'm gonna start putting a lot more stuff on that members wall. Okay. Child. But look, y'all. So, uh, so I'm listening to the video or whatever, and like I said, several things happen. Right now, y'all know why TC is sensitive. Let me just say that she got dragged on that chat on that panel last night. Tulsa dragged her. As well as Lemon Honey, he was all over that thing. And per the title of the video, and I'm gonna jump a little bit because during the end part of Lemon's video, y'all please hit the like button. Please share the video if you care, right? And if you're a member, check out the wall, right? So near the end of the video, he gave YTC a challenge, right? He said, I challenge you to go live this morning and don't say my name. Do a whole live without saying my name, right? Of course she lost the challenge, cause she is over there talking about him now, right, Miss Sandra? Child. Oh. And so she's over there talking about him now. Now I'm thinking, well, what else was she gonna talk about? She know that is the Lemon 2.0 challenge. But honey, Lemon was upset with her yesterday I guess it all culminated. I think Tulsa started it because I believe, or either he started talking. I don't know who started talking about it first. Girl, it was so much I heard over there yesterday. It was just so much to unpack. But he really don't appreciate her giving the redirects to Shakim. Now y'all know he is a thin skinned lemon, right? So he is sick of YTC doing his content. And he don't like when people laugh at him, right? That's why he into it with Nika right now, right? I think cause she posted a Shakim video on her wall or something like that. And see, hey, AK, this is why you don't let moderators be this is why you don't let content creators be moderators, right? Because you're gonna be in your feelings. Cause if that content creator sees something that they want to put on their wall, even if it's for somebody you don't like, you're gonna you're gonna get offended by it because you got a mod stick. Now we know Lemon got animosity towards, especially now he is a He-Man black woman hater, but he is especially a He-Man black woman hater of a certain age. Okay. And so Lady Nika is that woman of a certain age, right? So anyway, so he over there talking. Uh and he is upset because YTC he says YTC keep letting Shakim on her channel every day and give him the redirect every day. And he feel the way about it, right? And I guess he feel the way because I guess he feel like, shoot, she always recapping my my videos day after day. I'm her content, right? So but she laughing at Shakim's little what he got to say about him up on her panel, right? So he feel a way about it. He been feeling a way about it for a while. But honey, last night he let it rip, right? So they up there talking to her, and then Tulsa, messy ass, start talking crazy to YTC, right? So YTC says that she tried to hit the link, right? And so they're saying over there that sometimes it'll take Lemon a minute, to put them on the panel, right? So I guess she was in the back. She felt like she did a video too, right? She said she was in the back too long because he didn't want to let her up, right? But they were saying that it takes him a minute, like sometime, to add people to the panel, right? But my thing is, when it comes to YTC, girl, you hit that panel at first, and then you say, "Ooh, let me go and make me some money. I can do my own video and make my own money," right? Because she did two videos. First video she did, she was cussing, folks on the panel, monkey African voice. A few, tutu, y'all know how she sound, right? Y'all please hit the like button. And so she over there doing all that. Then she fired up. I guess something happened on the video or something. So she fired up another video. And y'all know good and well that YTC being her feelings, she can't stand for nobody to talk about her. She in the beef sector, but Lemon and is right. She is real shady. Okay. She want to talk about people, but she don't want nobody to talk about her. But Lemon said if she keep talking, he gonna air out her baggage. I was like, oh, really? Please keep talking, honey. Please keep talking. Okay. So maybe that's why he gave her the challenge. I don't know. But like I said, she sure lost it. Because what else she gonna talk about, right? And she is a kiss ass, okay? She be kissing up to content creators that she think is, I guess, the cool kids or the popular crew, like Pizarro them. I don't know why, but why she think that. But she a kiss ass over her, right? And she feel comfortable doing content on women, and that's why she do it, right? And people been calling her out on her, her weak, kiss ass ways, right? And some people is just sick of her ugly ass, all right. And so anyway, uh, so they talking about her, and she goes over to do her own video, cause she in her fifis, honey, cause she in her fifis, right? But they was talking about you, Rib. But you took your booty scratching butt on your channel this morning after you did two videos last night, YTC, and struck up yet another lemon video. Cause what else is you gonna talk about? That's what you feel comfortable talking about, right? So Honey Lemon wasn't letting that go about her and Shakim last night, right? So that was a good little kiki right there, right? So she called herself Dragon Tulsa. Bitch, if you would have hit that link, Tulsa would have tore you up, would have ate you alive, right? And you know it. And like I said, I don't think it took him too long to add you to the stage, bitch. You thought about that shit, jumped down and did your own video so you can make your own money. But guess what? Ain't nothing wrong with that. Because I don't want to be nobody's entertainment either. Okay, so they can get coins off me going back and forth with somebody. That's why every time, and then if I hit a link, which is very rarely, that is the reason why I very rarely hit it, because I ain't trying to make no money for nobody. I can come on my own channel and do my own video. Okay, point blank, period. But I think you was a little scared, and then you rethought it and went over there and made your own money. But ain't nothing wrong with you going over there to make your own money. Okay, so whatever, right? So anyway, uh, another thing they was talking about, I couldn't put everything in the video, right? So, but on this little side note, Lemon was talking about how he feels that the trifecta, Nika, and at the time it used to be Nika, Brianna Pizarro, and Bless Watkins, right? So he feels like Nika and Brianna and Bless Watkins iced out Sir King, right? Because y'all know that Lemon came from Sir King over there, right? He said that he was robbing to Sir King's Batman, right? Had me crying, how he was talking about. Child had me crying too. I got it. Oh, ZX was talking about it too. What? I didn't know that. What do you say about her? Ah, Child, ZX real shady when it come to and I heard that what is her name? YTC be kissing ZX butt because she don't want ZX to spill her tea or whatever it was she was doing in the Mo 3 sector or the black sector or wherever she is, right? Over there hoeing. Okay, over there cyber hoeing, okay. Child. Ooh, I want the dick. I want the Mo 3 dick. I want the Mo 3 dick. Okay. Y'all know she can't stand with nobody talking about that, but Lemon said if she keep talking, he gonna spill her tea, right? He said, try me. Keep coming for me and see what happens. I was like, bitch. I hope she keep coming. But she coming for him this morning, right? So I guess we're gonna have to see what happens, right? So anyway, they was talking about the Sir King. Lemon was talking about the Sir King. Hey, Red Vines, how you doing, love? Happy Friday, TGIF. Y'all please hit the like button, right? So he said that he believes that the reason why Sir King's channel was damaged is because, and I talked about this a little bit yesterday, not about Sir King, about how they call themselves be trying to black out somebody, thinking ain't nobody gonna view their channel or whatever just cause they don't want to. Child, it's an old trick. I done heard it all before. Bree was talking about it yesterday, right? Child, I don't care if they talk about me or not. I'm still doing my damn video. Bitch, I don't agree with no cancel culture, no blackout or nothing. As long as I got a YouTube channel and YouTube ain't put a block on it, okay, and I can upload a video or do a live stream, honey, that's what I'm going to do. I don't care if they say my name or not. It ain't stopping no show, okay? But anyway, so Lemon was saying he believes that the reason why Sir King people start watching Sir King's channel is because the trifecta plus Bless Walkers at the time blacked him out, right? Because we know everybody get a turn on YouTube, right? So I remember when they blacked out Sir King. Well, that's what Lemon was talking about, right? But to be honest, Red Vines, that's not the only reason why some people got tired of Sir King, because Sir King, he really did have that night spot on lock that Lemon's got right now. That's probably the reason why Lemon figured out, hey, let me go and take this night spot, because you get a lot of followers at the night spot, right? Because it's not a lot of people that are willing to be up in the wee hours of the morning like that, right? 12, 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Ain't everybody ain't trying to do all that, right? And so if you can get a hold on that spot right there, of course you're gonna do good, right? So, but on the side note, like I said yesterday, honey, if Lolo could do that on a nightly basis, uh, she would make his. I don't know if she would beat his numbers, but she would put a dent in him, and we ain't gonna talk about it. We ain't gonna talk about it. if ODS was to come live on a more consistent basis at night when Lemon live, that he'll drain Lemon's chat. In my opinion, that's just how I feel about it. But like I said, everybody get a turn, right? So, but that is in my opinion, that is not the only them blacking Sir King out. It's not the only reason why certain channels start losing its members and numbers going down and stuff like that, right? Honey, he got they was talking about the flushing thing. Like I think I think he his ego got too big or something, right? He had too many rules over there. That's true. And then it's like he was obsessed with the old ladies. He's still obsessed with old ladies right to this day because he was obsessed with Bless Watkins. You know what I mean? And even when Bless Watkins was doing her lives in the morning, he would come over there and be obsessed about Bless Watkins, always trying to hit the link and start trouble, obsessed with Lady Nika. You know what I mean? Just anything about, he used to talk about Bless Watkins' feet and calling Lady Nika a phoenix, being sarcastic. Child, he even was real shady towards Treasure Lane, right? And so, but them blacking him out ain't the only reason, why his channel, his viewers start going down, right? But I understand what Lim is saying because they did try to black him out, right? But now y'all got to remember, and then some people might not even that wasn't even around back then, right? But like sometimes the trifecta, that and here's the thing. I don't believe in the networking thing, right? I don't. YouTube is not a team sport, right? Some people take the easy route, like Lemon, and not only Lemon, but other people too have come through, like the trifecta of Brianna and Pizarro and Lady Nika. The reason why Lemon feel a way about that now because he said, honey, he'll go to war, he'll beef because he ain't gonna let them ice him out, and drown out his channel, right? If his channel start doing bad, Lemon, that's gonna be on you, because they don't have that kind of that power in the beef sector no more, right? In a way that if I can remember back then, the reason how they got that power in the first place is because the beef sector started changing after IHOP Gate, right? After IHOP Gate, people thought that Brianna and VS Icon was still cool, right? So that made Brianna real popular, right? And so then what is her name? Parasite Pizarro start leeching off of Brianna. Then she's got her own channel, right? And she ain't Pizarro with her ugly ass ain't never had a storyline, right? And then also when it come to Nika, at one point in time, Nika uh Brianna had fell out long time ago, right? So I guess they linked back up again. They start, that they got together, and they was moving and shaking around it, right? It wasn't nobody else moving and shaking, and that's what happened, right? And they did that for a long time. So let me still remember, about them blacking out Sir King, right? But he said he gonna fight, honey. He gonna beef, and that ain't gonna happen to him. Well, no, it ain't gonna happen to him for a couple of reasons. Number one, everybody get a turn. It's Lemon's turn right now. Number two, Lemon ain't Sir King. Honestly, he a-hole, especially when he drunk. Honey, and why he try to say he was an actor and when he be acting, he be doing this, that, no, honey, you a drunk. You a mean drunk, okay? And you get over there and you get drunk, and you got a thin skin, and then you start thinking about things that's done went on in the sector, honey, and you start going off on people, even if it ain't nothing going on or being said about your thin skin ass, you still start going off on your own people, right? So that's how your numbers is gonna start going down eventually, okay? Because you are disrespectful, little motherfucker, right? So anyway, he was reminiscing about that. But them black and Sir King Gal ain't the only reason why his numbers start going down. Hey, Burr, it's just how I feel about it, right? So, but they did black him out. You know what I mean? And like I said, Reed was talking yesterday. I don't care if they say my damn name or not. I'm still gonna do my video, honey, cause the people that's supposed to hear it is gonna hear it. The people that's supposed to click on is gonna click on. People that want to join my membership is gonna join my membership. Honey, a trifecta of monkeys ain't never stopped no show. Not over here, okay? Child, please. I'm not in the numbers game, all right? Or the bigging game, or the fake beef game, or none of that, right? So anyway, he was over there talking about that. That happened. What else did I hear that I want to talk about? Oh, and I'm just going back and forth because it was, I was red balling through some of it. But the constant theme last night was YTC, okay? He let her have it, right? So they got to talking about Lady Nika, like he upset with Lady Nika right now. Well, he's more vocal about it. He been not liking her. Like I said, YouTube is not a team sport. They do this fake ass networking thing. Cause child, that's how they move around here. Then they fall out, and then they make break up, but they really don't fall out. You know what I mean? Cause look at Ness and goofy ass, ugly ass Pizarro right now. Pizarro was on her channel last night, while she was dragging, while Ness was dragging Sassy. But come to find out, Pizarro was dragging Sassy too, right? So, honey, let's talk about that. We'll go back and forth with the lemon thing, child. It was so much, right? So I looked at Ness video, right? Channel Brandon to Ness video, Ness had some things to say to Sassy. I was like, oh, what is this about? Right. So Ness said, I guess Ness is tired of Sassy now. I don't know if Sassy said something about Ness in particular. You know what I mean? I didn't even know that they wasn't cool or whatever, right? But honey, Ness was playing some audio from I don't know whose channel that Sassy was on. I don't know whose channel that was, but she was up there talking about she knows she pretty, and the world knows she pretty because when she go out in the world they say, hey, pretty lady, and all of this and all that, right? And so and she said some people, oh, wait a minute, she was up on, it was Lemon's panel, right? So she said, now this don't make no sense, but she said some people that show their face online. Hey Tisa, how you doing? Tisa, I got something to tell you in a minute. Hold on. They said that some people that show, she said, Sassy said, there's some people that show themselves online. They come out and show themselves online because they not beautiful, they not cute, and I guess they want to go on and get that out the way or whatever. You know what I mean? And then Lemon was like, "Oh, so you saying they show themselves because they ugly or something like that?" He said, and she was like, "Yeah, And she said she's what was the word that she used? Real world pretty or politically correct pretty or something pretty. Like when she go out in the world, she pretty and people give her compliments or something, right? I can't think of the words that she said, right? But it was something to that nature. Anyway, this was playing that audio of her, saying that on Libby's powder. Yeah, socially pretty. Thank you. Socially pretty or socially beautiful. That is the first time I had heard that term, right? I was like, what the hell? I was like, child. Sassy said that talent. I heard her say talent shouldn't go to Seattle, right? Right? Sassy didn't say anything about Ness. Ness is bothered and thin skinned. Well, yeah, she is. So she didn't say nothing about Ness. Also, Ness got upset because she said that talent shouldn't go to Seattle, right? So did she feel that way about him going to Vegas? Because we know that talent went to Vegas too and fed Ness them caviar. So why now have a why do you feel a way about him going to Seattle or not? So Ness ain't bothered and thin skinned. Child, I disagree, Cosmic Girl, but child, a little bit insecure, but I ain't got nothing against. Hey, Shelby, how you doing, girl? And so, yeah, she said that was the word though, socially pretty or socially beautiful or socially something. I had never heard of that before. I was like, is that a thing? You know what I mean? Child, she was shading Nesscation, so maybe that's why Ness started shading her. Now that is doxing. I wonder if it now now that is doxing. I wonder if it's going to be the same outrage, like it was with me last year. What's doxing? What's doxing, Sheffy? Sheffy, are you talking about the? Okay, so this is over. She playing the video, right? Of what Sassy said, right? So after she played the video, she said, "Y'all go to my community wall, and I'm gonna leave this picture up for 2 minutes, and then I'm taking it down." So she went over there, and on her community wall was a picture of Ness, right? Honey, the pictures. I'm sorry, a picture of Sassy, right? And so she had it up for a few minutes, and then she took it right down because people will the picture on someone's community wall. Sheffy, whose community wall? She took it down on now. I will say that when I was recapping the video, because I was recapping it, right, and I want to see what picture she put on there. Hey Velisha, how you doing? And it was, of course, it wasn't on the community mall, but I went hunting for it, and I went and I seen the picture. I was like, oh, okay, right. Oh, ZX had it on his wall. See, I didn't see it on ZX's wall. I seen it on somebody else's wall, right? Now I heard Sassy saying, hang around ZX, hang around a couple of people, because they was gonna like what she put on the wall or something, right? And so anyway, it was Sassy's picture, right? And she had it up for a few minutes. He showed it this morning. Yeah, I mean, Sassy, we know that Sassy is a pretty lady. And then Ness threw a little shade at her weave or whatever, her edges or whatever. Throw a little, somebody was throwing a little shade at her blush. But I mean, when they was talking about her pink lips because she got weed smoking or cigarette smoking lips. How some people's lips that smoke be black with the pink in the middle and all this and all that. But anyway, I thought it was a very pretty picture. But she did show it, and so that makes sense because I was like, did Sassy say something about her? Right? So Ness possibly felt like Sassy was shading Nesscation when she was when she was saying that talent shouldn't go. Now that makes sense. That makes sense. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I mean, who really cared about was it? Exactly, Tisa. Who cares what it? Child, please. Who gives a darn, right? I'm good in yourself. Oh, it's that's my pizza. I put those hearts because I wouldn't know them. So she was, so she felt, you feel like, uh, uh, Ness had a problem because Sassy was shading Nesscation, right? It makes sense. It makes sense. I get it now, okay? Because she did say that, in her opinion, talent shouldn't go and all of this and all of that, right? And I was like, oh, that's part of, oh, you know what? I'm glad you said that, Cosmic Girl. Let's get into the next part of the title, which is Nesscation Gate, right? So, did I put Nesscation Gate up there? Hold up, I forgot. If I didn't, I meant to. Yeah, Sassy was like, Seattle isn't all that. Yeah, she said the food wasn't good and blah blah. Yeah, yeah. So I heard her say that, right? Why is he judging a woman's looks, her makeup, her etc. You over there sounded very sassy himself. I know that's right, Vila Shay. Child, I don't listen over there, so I don't give a damn. Okay, no, I don't pay no attention to the chat anyway. Child, So, but that's a good question, Sassy. I mean, Chevy. Child, I'm trying to get down here to find my title again, cause Cosmic Girl had typed it in the chat. Hold on a minute, y'all. Hold on. Yeah, Nesscation Gate, right? Let's talk about Nesscation Gate, right? So the reason why I called it Nesscation Gate, is because last night on Lemon's channel, uh, uh, Tisha said I've been to Seattle before. It's okay, just another San Francisco to me. Oh, okay, Tisha, all right. And so let me get this out, Tisha, because I want to say something to you, because I thought about something that you said yesterday, right? When I was doing my video, right? So Nesscation Gate, right? So Lemon was over there, saying that he was gonna go to Ness's event, and he wants Shakim to have that same energy when he go to Nesscation Gate. You know what I mean? And they was up there, saying, but Lemon, don't go there, tripping or nothing like that. And Lemon was like, no, I'm just gonna have fun. But I basically want Shak to what's his name? I want shock him to keep that same energy, right? Because we know that Lemon is in his feelings because he is thin skinned as hell, and Shakim does commentary on him just like YTC on a daily basis, right? I mean, they be passing the commentary about Lemon. Now, Lemon, I do get why he feel that way towards YTC because she do be waiting for Shakim. Shasha, I'm going to give you the redirect. Shasha, they said one day she waited for Shakim to get a haircut. She stayed online while he got a haircut just cause she could give him the redirect. And Lemon was like, she'd give him the redirect to talk about. They talk about me on her channel, and then she give him the redirect so they can go talk about me on his channel. I was like, bitch, right? So anyway, bye bye. So y'all please hit the like button. Please share the video if you can, right? But please hit that like button if you don't mind. Thank y'all so much. And so, uh, anyway, he said he was gonna go to Nesscation at first. He want Shy to hit that to have that same energy. You know what I mean? And he was over there talking about going to Nesscation. He gonna do his reservations and all this and all that. Then Brooke hit the link. Brooke hit the link over there and said, Ness want to know if you're going for real, all of this and all of that, right? Gotta say, I was shocked to see Ness take it that far, putting out her pick. But I mean, Sassy's a very pretty woman to me. I didn't see nothing wrong with the picture or a weave or nothing. I I didn't see nothing wrong with it, But hey, I really didn't. She very pretty. I mean, we done seen Sassy before, you know. So Sassy always been pretty to me. I don't, So yeah, Sandra, I agree with you. Yeah, absolutely. Because she is bothered, like I said. Now, Red Vines, I would have to agree with you. Okay, yeah. But anyway, uh, so they over there talking, and Brooke hits the link, asking him is he going for real, and he was like, Brooke said Ness told her to come up because I guess Ness was doing her live at the same time he was doing it, but she wanted to know if he was going for real and all this and all that. Well, Ness later on, I guess Ness got off her live and she hit Lemon's link, right? So when she hit Lemon's link, he was talking about, he gonna make his reservations, and Ness was like, "I'll give you the itinerary, when you make the reservations and whatnot, all this and all that, right?" And so, he was still talking about, the same energy when it comes to Shakim and all of this and all that, right? And so, he feels like Ness, disinvited him, right? Because she don't want no drama, on her Nesscation, which ain't nothing wrong with that. But I mean, when she went so far and said whatever she said to make him feel like he was disinvited, I feel like Ness should have kept to her guns at first. You wasn't going anyway, okay? Because I don't think he was going anyway, right? He popping all this stuff. I want him to have the same energy and all of this. No, honey, you wasn't never going no way. And if you would have went for real, it wouldn't have been none of that JJ badass or whatever, right? I don't think he was never going for real anyway, right? And so that just gave him an excuse to pop his ish more. When when Ness said whatever she said, to make him think he was uninvited. And because at first Ness was saying he ain't going anyway for real. I didn't think he was going anyway for real because just the day before he said he was going to be doing commentary on Nesscation, on his channel. I mean, I guess when they dropping videos or whatever, right? He go from that to saying he gonna come. Nigga, you weren't never coming anyway. Okay, you just want to try to make yourself seem like you a bully, and they be calling him a bully because he is a big old bully. Dead child. Sassy is a nice looking woman. We can disagree on things. But I can't just sit and attack a woman. Yeah, I mean, Sassy always been pretty to me. You know what I mean? Hey, Brenda W, how you doing? She always been pretty to me. Hey, you know what I mean? So yeah, Tisa, I agree with you, right? So anyway, initial respect, Shakim feelings, very weird friendships on here. Well, Ness said at first, she didn't believe that Lemon was coming anyway, right? So it didn't Lemon what never intended on coming, honey. Y'all know he a internet gangster. Talking about some, I want him to have that same energy. And people was really getting up there talking about some, no Lemon, you just gotta go and have fun. You're gonna get arrested. and all this, and I'm thinking, y'all was stupid because he wasn't never going in the first place. And and then I didn't know that he got his online daddy back, aka Mr. Lemonade himself. What is his name? Ghetto, right? Ghetto up there telling me something, I love you, man, and all of this and all that. And we was talking. I didn't even know that they was having conversations on the phone. Okay. We had a conversation and I told you to go to Nesscation, and have you some fun and all of this and all that. And I didn't know if I knew you was gonna be saying all this and all that, because people was like, oh, Ghetto done put it in his mind, to go on Nesscation and show his butt, right? And he was like, no, Ghetto didn't say nothing like that and all this and all that, right? But Ghetto think he's slicker than the snicker. So I can believe it, you know what I mean? But anyway, they were up there talking about they don't want, well, he wasn't gonna do nothing to shock him anyway because he wasn't going. Okay, he was lying. Okay, I don't know why people was up there acting like, no, don't do it. Why you talking like it? You supposed to go to have fun. You gonna go to jail and all of that. I tell you, he wasn't going no way. Okay, he was just blowing off just a blowhard up there, lying his butt off. Okay, done got tipsy or whatever and popping his ears. I want him to have that same energy. Blah blah this and blah. You big velociraptor looking mother sucker, you. I was like, if you don't sit your stupid ass down somewhere, and how the hell you gonna have the nerve to say you gonna? Child, they even suggested that he go to the Bo 3 sector and him and Shaquem have a boxing match. I'm thinking this motherfucker is tall as a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Okay, poor little Shaquem, he looked like he a midget. How is that gonna work? What is he gonna do? Box him on his knees? Like all Limit got to do is bop him upside the top of his head with the goddamn boxing glove, and Shaquem gonna hit the ground. So I'm thinking, hey, are these people for real, child? There's your respect, Shaquem feelings very well. Oh, I read that, right. And I was like, well, but yeah, he wasn't going anyway. I wanted Shaquem to be scared of him. Exactly, exactly. The chat was saying that Lemon mad because Shaquem dragged him on what? Yeah, Pat YTC. Yes, and it's the truth, Brenda, because he got a thin skin. But YTC mad at Lemon because Tulsa dragged her. Yeah, she mad at, and then he start reading her rights too. He was dragging her ass too. Did you hear what he told her? I challenge you to come online a day and do your whole live without talking about me. What she do? Soon as she hit that live button, she start talking about Lemon because that's her content. Because that's the only person she feel comfortable, really about doing content on. Because she don't want nobody to drag her ugly monkey looking ass. Okay. YTC couldn't defend herself. Right. She could. Well, she. That's why she got off that link. It wasn't cause Lemon too long, honey, to add her up there. Cause if she wanted to go back and forth with Tulsa, honey, she'd have waited a minute. She thought about that shit and went to her own channel, so she could cuss people out in their ooga booga language in peace, okay, and also make her some money. That's why the bitch did it twice, okay. The first time she tried to say she was having technical difficulties, right? Which she probably was, StreamYard be tripping, devices be tripping. But bitch went right back live again and stayed over an hour longer for the second time, okay? And now she over there talking about him this morning, and that's why I say YTC lost the challenge. Because Lemon had challenged her not to do no commentary on him, right? So yeah. Well, if you can't take it, don't say it. That's true, Vila Shay. He got a thin skin, girl. He got a thin skin. It's driving him crazy. He want to strike Shakim's channel so bad. He know the sector ain't gonna take it well. But honey, he is very sensitive, and he can't stand when nobody supposed to be, cool with him or whatever. And they do anything in Shakim's favor. That's why he got a problem with Nika now. Okay. But I didn't hear her say anything about Ness dragging her because Ness was dragging her. Are you talking about who you talking about? Sassy? At least I would say this. She actually makes sense while she's dragging him. Usually I can't keep up with her commentary. Oh honey, I mean like you do have to wonder, what she really feel about him, even though she's doing commentary on him, because she does let Shaquem come up here and drag him, and Shaquem not the only one, and she does, give him the redirects, right? I was like, "Child, it's a lot going on, right?" And so, that was happening. But anyway, Ness was up there for a little quick minute, and then let me say this on the side about that live. People be trying to get the tea, a good little kiki, and all of this and all that. Especially if you don't go over there all the time and you ain't used to the chaos, right? Why, Tulsa? Why the hell won't Tulsa shut the f up? Why do they all talk over Lemon? This man have to tell him to shut the f up. He can't even get. It's his channel, right? So if he up there trying to get with somebody, or he got a point that he trying to make, why the hell is they always talking over the man? Like Tulsa, girl, was you high last night? Do you have ADHD or something? Like you just over talking everybody with your big ass motherfucking mouth. Bitch, put that Adam apple down your throat a little further, bitch, cause you was over talking everybody. Okay? I'm like, girl, boy, them, whatever, right? Tulsa trying to get some views. Because then her and Lemon fall out at one point in time. And then at one point in time, she said she loved Lemon. And Lemon was like, what? But hell, what's his name said the same thing. But I guess it was from a fatherly point of view coming from ghetto or whatever. Anyway, this was Dragon YTC, and YTC didn't say nothing about. I bet she did say nothing about that. Okay? She don't say nothing about when I drag her ugly, goofy ass no more. Okay? Over there looking like a orangutan in a wig. How y'all like my thumbnail, right? It's annoying to hear all that talking at once, right? Right. He needs to stop them for. I mean, they overtalk him, and he the channel holder. Okay, he can't even hardly get a word in edgewise. Okay, cause they be over talking him. He have to be telling them to stop, shut up. I didn't put a period at the end of it. I mean, I'm like, wow, okay, that's got to be annoying to him. Okay, because like I say, he's the channel holder. How the hell they gonna overtalk you? Okay, and there's several of them that do that. Tulsa did it last night. Tracy was doing it when the chat was dragging her. Right to be told did it. Yaya did it. Uh, uh, several people be doing it. Oh, that Noble, ain't that his name? He hit the link. He was over talking. I was like, dude, they don't respect your channel. Okay, I'm back. You had to feed your puppies. Okay, let me tell you this, Tisa, real fast on the side note, y'all. Tisa, yesterday, when I was doing my video and I was talking about TSU, and you feel like a lot of black people vote Republican in the South, and like I was saying yesterday, that's just not true, right? And some people, if you're not in the South, you may be thinking that, because the South, honey, this is Republican country down here, but right, but mostly black people down here, we vote Democrat, right? It's just the fact that they do everything in the world to try to disrupt our vote. Right? They do the red line and they redistrict the hell out of predominantly black sections, of the cities and towns, so that black representatives won't get elected. They gerrymandering on the low, and all of that stuff. And a lot and black people down here, unless you rile them up and motivate them, some of them to go to the polls, like Stacey Abrams did in Georgia, and I'm sure we all remember that under the Biden administration, because Stacey Abrams flipped the state of Georgia, which is always a red state, which is always Republican. She did that by getting out there and motivating black people to vote. So, like I said, for a lot of reasons, all of the gerrymandering and the redlining and whatnot and redistricting, some black people don't even bother, right? But we have a strong Democratic force in the South, right? And I just want to tell you that because that is not the truth. Now you get black people, these Anglo people, they will come out of the hills and the hollers for somebody like the racist POTUS that we got right now, right? Honey, they came out of the hills and the hollers and the trailer parks and everything else to vote for dump Trump over there. Okay? Yes, they did, honey. They voted for that racism. You start talking like that, and yeah, it's redistricting, right? And so that stuff, it's what's going on. So if you're not down here in the South, and you don't realize it, I guess I never thought about people thinking that a lot of black people voted Republican in the South. I'm like, what? No, no, it's not like that. But like I said, they do everything they can to disrupt the black vote in the South. Yesterday, they were talking. I was listening to somebody talking about politics, and they was talking about what they're doing to Louisiana. And the voter eligibility down there in Louisiana. They're trying to make it really, really difficult, and also the government, Trump's government has sued, I think, 3 states or 6 states or something like that because they won't turn over their voters information, right? I forget what they call it, but why are they wanting people's which how many people vote Democrat and how many people vote Republican in every state? That sounds kind of shady, right? And so even your guy, what is his name up there in California, was questioning, will there be a vote election in 2028? Because y'all know Trump want to be a dictator, and he told the those Southern evangelists at their conference that if they vote for him, they won't have to vote no more. So these are just things to think about. Gavin Newsom, thank you. Gavin Newsom was on some show, maybe MSNBC or something, and he was questioning if there even is going to be a vote in 2028, right? Because they're doing everything they can to pretty much sidestep the Constitution of the United States of America, right? And so if these Anglos don't wake up and start getting out in these streets, because that's what they want us to do, but we ain't gonna do it. Honey, y'all voted them in. This is y'all problem. This is not a us problem. This is a them problem. Okay. And so, yeah, I hope Gavin runs in 2028. Absolutely. He should. He should have ran this last time, right? Yeah, I don't know if y'all heard of Kamala Harris got a book. I done bought it. I ain't start reading it yet. That's what I'm going to do this weekend. It's called 107 Days by Kamala Harris. And she talks about, what happened via those 3 months that she had, to run for the office of the presidency. And and Kamala really feels a way about that, and she has every right to feel a bit way about that because they should not have never put her in that situation in the first place, okay? Because of the temperature of the country, and so Biden, was wrong for that. It was the Democrats, overall, that was a wrong move to make, okay? And really, it was a wrong move to make, not because Kamala is incompetent, and I think she would have made a wonderful president, but because, like I said, of the temperature of the country. Right now, they should have nominated, honestly, a white man. And I'm not going to lie to you. Okay. Gavin Newsom had already said that he ain't going to run, when Biden stepped aside, and I don't know. I don't even know. I felt like it was a setup now. When I'm thinking about it, why would you nominate Kamala? It really feels kind of like a setup. But anyway, she gone in the book, and she did a couple of interviews, expressing how she felt, about being put in that position. So I'm gonna read that book this weekend. Okay, we can come back and talk about it too. But she didn't appreciate it, but I already got it. So I just got to crack it open this weekend, right? So need some poll numbers. We're down back. Lose some poll numbers. Yeah, and I understand why he said he wasn't going to run. You know what I mean? I get that, but the temperature has gone down. It's a little colder around here now, right? So I think that because he has fought Trump so hard when it came to the ICE, when it came to the National Guard invading his, what was it, LA or whatever that, and he said he didn't want it in his state and they overrode him and did it anyway. That really pissed him off, and he really done stepped up. See, more the rest of the Democratic Party need to be fighting back like Gavin Newsom is fighting back, right? But they just cowing down and bowing down to Trump, right? Now I know they don't have the majority in the Senate or the House, but they still can fight back. You got two people up there I see fighting back all the time. Okay, well maybe three, Nancy Pelosi a little bit, okay, but definitely Hakeem Jeffries. And what now? See, Hakeem Jeffries, I'm kind of starting to side eye Hakeem Jeffries, but definitely Jasmine Crockett. And do you know that Laura Loomer had the nerve to call Jasmine Crockett a ghetto black bitch? Laura Loomer called Jasmine Crockett a ghetto black bitch. They let her have it on X. I was like, oh, this bitch didn't. His poll numbers are spiking with this fighting with this fighting rump. Yes, absolutely. So to me, he's a perfect candidate for 2028. You know, Pelosi has tampered down. Yeah, she did tamper down after the attack on her husband, and I understand. I get it. I mean, these are older people. You know, Pelosi is older, and what they did to her husband, oh my God. Yeah, they don't care about that. They don't care about that. Mm-mm. But anyway, y'all, let me get back. But I just want to tell you that, Tisa, right? Yeah, the black folks are not going out in droves and voting Republican, in the South. They just do everything they can to invalidate black people's votes in the South. That's what they do. And they wouldn't and if black people was voting largely Republican in the South, they wouldn't be so worried about the black vote in the South and doing everything they can to keep us from voting. If we were voting Republican, they would be fine with it if we voted largely Republican. Black people voted largely Republican in the South. They wouldn't be bothering us about our vote. They won't be doing all this redistricting after redistricting and redlining and gerrymandering and all that. They won't be doing all that. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. But yeah, Jasmine Crockett is, yeah, she's a force, but I want Jasmine to be safe. You know what I mean? But Cory Booker, like I said, I'm starting to side eye him. And why? And the Democrats is getting, they don't have no fight in them. And they showed that, the other day when over 100 of them voted on that CK situation. I'm gonna leave that alone right there. Sugar Bear said 95% of blacks in the South vote Democrat. Absolutely, it's probably more than 95%. You know what I mean? Sugar Bear, more than 95%. Booker has turned into, but he sure has. Jeffrey, yes, he voted for the CK bill. Yeah, that's what I was saying, Jackson. Yes, he did. So I'm sidelined, but Jasmine didn't, and she called him out on it. So anyway, y'all, let me get back to the tea, right? Jeffries is the one who, I mean, I'm side eyeing him now because yeah, he whatever. I don't know, you know. But the Democrats, they like they don't even want to fight back. It's just weird, you know. And due to the climate in the country right now, they need to be fighting back. They need to be fighting back for the people, okay? And these Anglos is so silly. They destroy themselves. They want us to be on the front line fighting for free speech and uh fighting against all this tyranny that's going on right now because they don't want to do it themselves. Their minds can't work well enough because they should be out here protesting every day. Okay, because this is not a us problem; it's a them problem. Okay, and ain't no and black folks is tired. Like I said yesterday, we tired of being the soul of this country, honey. This is a y'all problem. Y'all better get. And then they mad at black people, in my opinion, because they won't be antagonized into a fight. Okay, now we see what happened when those two MAGA supporters came in there with their MAGA hats on TSU, on the yard over at TSU, okay, and got escorted out. They want to antagonize black folks into to mobilizing and getting out here and start protesting against the president. No, honey, that's a y'all problem. That's not we standing down. We tired, okay? We tired. We standing down. It's y'all turn. You broke it, you fix it, or whatever. But we're gonna be all right at the end of the day, okay? So anyway, as far as the Nesscation, I got sidetracked, yeah. But I really want to tell you that, Tisa. I'm tired of sending these folks to Congress and they acquiesce to. Yeah, absolutely. That's a whole National Black Caucus up there in Washington that really, well, you know what? And then I can't even blame it all on them. It's we'll vote in black people, right? But we don't hold them accountable, right? After we vote them in, for that term or whatever, we just forget about it, But you got to have the people behind you. We vote in these people, and we feel like we done our part, but we're not holding accountable. They need to know that we are behind them, okay? So it's not all their fault, But then sometimes you got some of them when you vote black folks in, they don't want you to say nothing until it's time for them to be reelected. Okay, and so and those and we need to be having people of the people that we vote in accountable. As well, we need to hold them accountable for not doing anything for our communities. You know what I mean? We don't do that, but there's some things that we can do too. You know, we have to have to hold our feet to the fire. You know, and not just vote them in term after term, and they really ain't doing nothing anyway. Only time you hear from them in your predominantly black community is when it's a re-election time. You know, or and that don't make no sense. Child, I got all our course on this video. But anyway, let me go back to talking about Nesscation. So Ness didn't think that but I really want to say that teacher y'all child, I got sidetracked, right? Because there's too much real stuff going on in this country right now, and child, and I don't mind talking about these fools. But I'm also wanting to talk about some real stuff too. You know what I mean? Because it's ridiculous in this country right now. Okay, if you want a dose of reality TV, you ain't got to come on YouTube and do the reality TV, honey. You can look at TV. Look at the news, okay? Better yet, look at the free press that's on the internet while it's still free speech. Because we know that if you ain't saying nothing in the POTUS favor, he want to silence you, okay? So, honey, freedom ain't free, okay? And free speech is even becoming more expensive, in many ways than freedom, okay? AC Mac TV, right? The real world is full of tea, right? I want to know how many of those Republican congressmen and Democrat representatives, should I say, Democrat and Republican, how many of them are being blackmailed? That's what I want to know. Into servitude. Like I really would like, and then he putting all these incompetent people. He got a whole content creator as the head of the FBI. I said, make it make sense, child. And they done indicted James Comey. Just cause we know Trump don't like his ops and he want to jail him, right? And plus he keep doing these stunts to keep people to stop people from talking about the Epstein files, and all of this and all of that. Cause he don't want people talking about that. So he keep pulling these stunts. Y'all remember when he tried to say he was going to jail Obama? I was like, make it make sense. No, you not. It ain't no way. He ain't done nothing illegal. Okay, so now he going after James Comey, and then they indicted James Comey. I was like, bitch, I can't even hardly feel sorry for James Comey though, for how he tried to play Hillary. So karma is a bitch in high heels. Okay, so yeah. So anyway, as far as Nesscation, so now Lemon saying he ain't going because Ness disinvited him. But honey, you were never going in the first place with your lying ass, okay? When folks finally pay attention, it's gonna be too late, you know. And I don't think that black folks, a lot of folks is not paying attention, but the people that need to be paying attention is the Anglos. Because like I said, it's for them to fix, you know what I mean? But black people need to be aware of what's going on. At least you can be aware so you can know how to move, But I'm not advocating for no black people to get out and protest, for no black people to be on the front line, okay, trying to defend our civil liberties, right? Because when we do that and then you get what you want from us, after we done the job, you kick us to the wayside. So no, I'm not advocating for black people to be out on the front lines. It should be a protest in this country every day, nonstop against the POTUS, okay? Against what he's doing to the Constitution. How he don't even give a damn about the rule of law. They should be out protesting in large numbers every day. But they not doing it. You know why? Because black folks ain't doing it. Black folks ain't leading the charge. That's why they ain't doing it. But that's on them. Anyway, I guess that's it for Nesscation. What else did I put on that? Was that all I put on the title? Because we talked about YTC lost the challenge with her shady ass. But like I said, I read about through the video. Oh yeah. Also on Lemon's video, Yaya had hit the link last night, right? And so Yaya hit the link, and she was talking to Lemon. They was having a little conversation. I don't know how her and what sparked off, should I say, her and auto, whatever you call him, getting into it, right? The little young, the fella, right? So, honey, he's up there. He going back and forth with Yaya. Like I said, I don't know what set it off, but honey, Lemon let that child drag the heck out of Yaya. He was real disrespectful of Yaya, right? He was calling her, a crack and all of this, and saying her to, just go on and don't be on this side of the dirt no more. Child, he was saying a whole lot of stuff, right? And it was tripping me out because Lemon wasn't trying to stop him or nothing, right? But we know that Lemon is a he-man black woman hater, right? But Malik jumped up there and he tried to take up for Yaya or whatever, right? And so that was going on. But Yaya was hanging with him a little bit, but honey, I'm like, oh Lord, listen to this disrespectful fucker. I didn't see how y'all listen to Lemon over there like that on a nightly basis, right? And he said, and like he said though, he said he ain't got no protection plans around her, honey. That's what he said last night, honey. And he said he don't protect nobody but his inner circle. So I guess Yaya ain't a part of the inner circle, okay? Because Audio Pup show was running straight disrespecting her, okay? He was so disrespecting her. Now I don't know if his name is Audio Pup or not, but I know that's what they call him, right? Audio something, right? And so, Auto, whichever one it is, he was disrespecting that woman, right? And Lemon wasn't doing or saying nothing at all, but Malik got up there and said something about it. And I read about through that, but I was thoroughly taken aback by that situation. I was like, "Oh, Lemon ain't gonna say nothing. He ain't gonna say nothing." But you know what? Almost at the end of this video, honey, he said he ain't got no protection plans over there. You know what I mean? And really, was he supposed to say something? Honestly, I can't even get mad at him for not saying nothing. Like I really, but I can, but then I can't. Cause he's so shady. He ain't protection planning none of them old women over there. Okay. And why is that ugly ass Sour Patch always got something to motherfucker say? Now, I don't know if the dumb bitch, she being down in the chat, cheering his ratchet ass on, no matter what he say, no matter what he do, she got her head so far up his ass, she don't know how to climb out of it. Okay, that bitch really gets on my nerves. I don't see how y'all deal with this raggedy bitch. Okay, I'm like, child, But yeah, that audio guy, he really let Yaya have it. And you would think though that Lemon would have said something. But like I said, Malik got up there and said something, him and Malik going back and forth. Malik was like, I said, basically, I said what I said, nigga, what? You know what I mean? And so I don't know if somebody else came up and said something, in agreement with Yaya or protect Yaya. But all I knew was Lemon didn't say nothing. Okay. I was like, child, It was very interesting. But honey, there's a lot of people live today. There's a lot of people live right now. Okay, but I had to come here and let y'all know what I thought about the goings ons. Okay, I was gonna drop my link, but ain't no need because ain't nobody over here for to drop it. Okay, but that's okay. Because I hope y'all will be part of the replay game. So maybe I'll get part of the replay game. But like I said, everybody's supposed to be in here is in here. Okay, I don't care about no blackout stuff. I don't care about no 5011 lives. The people that's supposed to hear my commentary is gonna hear my commentary. Okay, child. And if you are a member, please check out my community wall. I am going to be making a lot of members only community wall posts going forward, and I got a look good doozy over there today. Thank you, Sandra, for becoming a member. True Black been a member forever. And they got a little kiki out of the community wall, the members only wall post, and so I'm gonna start putting more information on that members only wall post. Okay, child, because I don't always be into my membership lives or whatever. I don't really do that, but I appreciate my members, people that buy my membership. Thank you, this Sandra. Thank you, True Black. So I'm gonna be doing that on a more consistent basis, Sandra and True Black. Right. Put some when I get off of here before the end of the day. Y'all keep a check on that community, that members only wall, because I'm gonna put something else up there. Right, we're gonna have fun on that members only wall. Okay. Some people. I heard some people. They get behind the membership wall. And they say a lot of stuff that they don't want everybody else on. If you're not a member, you won't know nothing about it. So that's what we're gonna do on our community wall. We're gonna start out on our membership wall and see where it takes us. Right. YouTube made it easier for. Oh, good, good, Sandra. Because I know some people was having a hard time if they had a iPhone trying to join the people's memberships, right? And so, but if you have a membership over here, I know True Black and China, Sandra does. Y'all be checking it. Y'all keep a check on that members only wall. And y'all, if y'all haven't joined, honey, you got to join the membership so you can get the tea that I'm gonna be putting on the wall over there, right? I'm getting myself together in my real life. I get. Oh, don't worry about it, Tisa. But thank you for even saying it, girl. Don't worry about it. And it ain't that type of party. You know what I mean, Tisa? No, absolutely not. Girl, go to get yourself together. Thank you for falling down in the chat and hitting the like button for the free 99, Tisa. Thank you so much. And if you ever get a membership, thank you. Whether you do or not, thank you. That's how I feel about it, Tisa. Absolutely. That's absolutely not necessary. And I put my memberships on the lowest level amount that I could anyway, because, child, I ain't like that. I appreciate it, girl. Thank you. I appreciate y'all hitting that live button for the free hitting that like button for the free 99, child. It's just some stuff I'm gonna be posting on my like that picture I posted today. Sandra and True Black will tell you, honey, that picture's a mess. Folks will go off over here if they see that picture. They'll be feeling some kind of way. But of course I'm gonna put it on my membership wall, but bye. True Black, do you think they'll be feeling some kind of way if I put that on my community wall for everybody to see? Most of the time on my community wall that I got over, I mostly post just like my videos, for the replay gang or whatever. But I'm gonna start posting some other stuff on my membership wall. And so yeah, I'm gonna start doing that, because other people be, talking, crazy about, under content creators and other subscribers, in their membership lives and all this and all that. Well, we're gonna start doing that in a way too. I'm gonna start posting some polls and stuff on my membership wall, And so yeah. And so yeah. But that picture I put up this morning, I was like, ooh, it'll be a problem around here. Okay, yeah. But anyway, is that all? Was that my whole title? Is that all I had to talk about? Like I said, ain't no need to me dropping the link because ain't nobody everybody is everywhere else. You know what I mean? So, child, let me try to find my title again, y'all. Hold on a minute. But yeah, I just found. Was it anything else interesting that I want to talk about over there? I think that's all I heard, child. I think that's all I heard. But all I know is YTC girls, you got to get out your feelings, honey, because you are over here in the beef sector. So whether you like it or not, people know you messy. They see you, girl. They see you. They see you. YTC with your weak ass, with your ooga booga ass. Go sit down, you tutu. You ain't nothing but a tutu, and you know what that means. On this, let's see. I did the lemon challenge. We talked about that. We talked about Ness versus Sassy and Nesscation. And I said, members check my wall posts, right? And so anyway, that was it, y'all. That was it. That was right on time, right? So if you came in late, honey, please be part of the replay game. You know what I mean? Thank you, my members, for checking out the wall, right? I love you guys. Y'all TGIF, honey. I'm gonna have hopefully a very calm weekend so that I could read my Kamala Harris book. And after I have read that book, we're going to have to come back, Tisa, and have a conversation about it, right? Now, I think this is going to be a very bloody weekend around here on these beef sector streets. And, I'll be checking back and forth to see what's going on. Okay. And so I don't know if I'll be able to do a weekend live or not, but child, we'll see, right? But please hit the like button on your way out the door. I love my replay gangers, so if you ain't in here right now, and you listen to this later, replay gang, thank y'all so much. Thank y'all so much in advance, okay? So I am going to get off here, honey, and start my day pretty much. And so I love you guys. Thank you guys for joining me. I always love you in the way that Christ loves you, honey. Have a nice weekend, TGIF, and I'm gonna talk to y'all later. Bye bye. Peace.